Welcome back, everyone, to Tech Talk Central. Ready for another deep dive? We're here to cut through the marketing hype and figure out what's what in the world of true wireless stereo earbuds. TWS.
Exactly. And today, our plan was to put the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE head-to-head against the OnePlus Buds Pro 3. See which one might take the crown for, like, the best budget TWS.
Yeah, that was the goal. But as we dug into the sources, it turned out we have a ton of detail on the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE, but honestly, not quite enough on the OnePlus Buds Pro 3 for a fair comparison today.
Right, so we're pivoting slightly. The mission now is to really drill down on these Galaxy Buds FE. Can they stand alone as a top-tier budget pick? Do they, punch above their weight class?
That's the question. And price is obviously key here. They typically list for about $100, $99.99, but we've seen them brand new for $69.99.
Wow, yeah.
And even, get this, used like new for just over $50, $50.04.
Okay, that's seriously low. And what's striking right away, looking at user feedback, is how often you see phrases like incredible value or great price. It's not just, oh, these are cheap.
Right.
It's more like people feel they're getting way more than they paid for. It suggests maybe these buds are kind of redefining what budget even means.
It really does set the stage, doesn't it? Because budget usually screams compromise. So let's see if that holds true. What's the first thing people notice? Let's talk design, comfort, fit.
Well, the big thing seems to be that wingtip design.
Oh, yeah.
Users consistently say they're secure, comfortable, even nearly weightless, the kind you forget you're wearing.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
Especially for people like me who always seem to have earbuds trying to escape. They mentioned they stay put.
Yeah, apparently even for people who usually struggle with fit. And this design, this sort of angular around the ear shape with the wingtips, it's not just for show.
Right. It affects comfort.
Exactly. People are wearing these for like 4 hours plus without any issues. That's pretty significant for budget buds where comfort often gets cut first.
4 hours plus is huge. I've definitely had budget pairs that felt fine for maybe an hour tops. So, okay, comfort and fit seem like a win, but the core experience, the sound, how do they actually perform? They've got a one-way speaker, 6.5 millimeter dynamic driver, kind of standard.
It is pretty standard on paper, yeah. A single 6.5 millimeter driver.
But here's the surprising part. The sound quality gets called premium and well-balanced a lot.
Really? Premium.
It seems like Samsung's tuning here really makes a difference. You get satisfying low-end bass, but also really clear instrument separation and good dialogue clarity. It kind of proves good tuning can beat just adding more drivers, especially on a budget.
Interesting. What about specs? Anything unusual there?
Well, the frequency range is standard, 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, but the impedance is listed at 1,632 ohms.
Whoa, wait. 1600. Isn't it usually like 16 or 32? Exactly. It's unusually high. Now, what that means in practice, hard to say definitively without testing rig data, but theoretically, it might mean they benefit from a device with a slightly stronger output to really drive them properly.
Okay, good to know. Now, here's something practical I saw. A few people mentioned the max volume felt a bit low.
Well, yeah, the Samsung volume cap.
Right, but they also said it's easy to get around with preamp apps. So there's a workaround if you like your music loud.
Good tip. Oh, okay. Sound seems surprisingly solid. But what about blocking out the world? Active noise cancellation, ANC, and ambient mode. They have ANC, right?
They do, yes. And users say it's effective, especially for things like, the rumble on a bus or chatter in a coffee shop, general noisy environments.
But effective can be relative, especially with budget ANC. Are there limitations?
There are. It seems to struggle more with lower sustained noises. Think loud air conditioners or maybe like electric motors, those deep rumbles.
Okay, so good for commuting, chatter, maybe less so for heavy machinery. What about letting sound in, the ambient mode?
Ooh, yeah. That got some strong feedback. People found it far too loud. Some even said basically unusable.
Yikes. Okay, so ANC is decent for the price. Ambient mode, maybe not so much. Let's switch gears to connectivity. This is often a Samsung strength.
Definitely. You've got Bluetooth 5.2, which is solid, stable, good for efficiency. And for Samsung users, the big one is auto switch.
Oh, yeah. Seamless switching between your Galaxy phone, tablet, watch. As long as they're on the same Samsung account, that's super convenient if you're in that ecosystem.
It really is. Does it cause issues if you, say, use a non-Galaxy tablet sometimes? The sources didn't really specify friction, but it's ecosystem-focused.
True. And there are other Galaxy perks, too, right? Like SmartThings Find.
Yep. Helps you track down a lost bud. And get this, they even support interpreter and live translate features, real-time translation through your earbuds.
Wow, okay, that's genuinely advanced for this price point. Needs a compatible Galaxy phone, obviously, but still.
Very impressive feature set there. iPad actually using them. Controls.
Touch controls. For pause, play, volume. They mention clearly defined areas for tapping and gripping, which sounds good in theory.
But, sense of but.
But users report they can be a little finicky at times.
The classic finicky touch control issue. Always frustrating when you skip instead of pause or vice versa. Any reason why they're finicky?
The sources just mention the feedback, not necessarily the why. And you've got Bixby built in, if that's your assistant of choice.
Okay, now here's a really important point, especially for, maybe half the potential audience. iPhone users.
Right. Big asterisk here. There's limited app support on iOS.
Which means?
Which means out of the box, your controls are basically just pause, play, and toggling noise canceling. That's it.
So no EQ adjustments. No customizing skip or reverse track functions.
Nope. Not unless you first set them up using the app on an Android phone or a Windows PC. Then those settings stick. But you can't change them from your iPhone.
That's a pretty significant hurdle for iPhone users. Wow. Okay, let's talk battery. How long do these things last?
Official specs. 6 hours from the buds with ANC turned on. And the case adds enough for about 21 hours total playtime. The case itself is 505 milliamp hours.
6 hours ANC on is pretty decent. How does that match up with the real-world use?
It's a bit mixed, actually. Some users report really good performance, even getting over 7 hours.
Okay.
But others found the battery life poor, especially mentioning the case not holding charge as well as expected.
Okay, so maybe it depends on usage. Heavy ANC use, volume levels.
Exactly. Could be usage patterns or maybe some inconsistency in the case batteries. Hard to say for sure.
And the case itself, aside from battery.
Described as sturdy, secure, good, firm clasp. It is glossy, though, so maybe a fingerprint magnet.
Okay. And the expected budget compromise.
Yeah.
No wireless charging, right?
Correct. No wireless charging here. You got to plug it in. It's a trade-off, but probably an acceptable one for most at this price.
Makes sense. All right, last big area, durability. How tough are they? What about water resistance?
The official rating is IPX2.
IPX2.
Yeah.
So that's, what, basic sweat and light splash resistance, like for a workout or getting caught in a little rain.
Exactly. It's definitely not waterproof. The product info even says not water resistant for submersion. Don't take them swimming.
Got it. And overall build quality.
Yeah.
People happy with how they hold up.
Again, kind of mixed. Polarizing even. Some really praise the solid feel, but others report pretty serious issues. Buds just completely stop working or they break easily.
Oof. That doesn't sound great. Maybe that IPX2 rating is the key fine for intended use, but any accidental extra moisture causes failure.
Could be. It suggests that while they might feel solid, the actual long-term durability might be a weak point for some users. Definitely something to keep in mind.
Okay, so we've really picked apart the Samsung Galaxy Buds FE. Lots of good, some potential issues. Where does that leave us? They clearly offer a lot of value, serious bang for your buck, especially if you're already using Samsung phones, tablets, watches. For you, they might genuinely be the best budget TWS option out there, right?
Yeah.
Depending on what you prioritize.
Absolutely. But it raises that bigger question, doesn't it? With this strong feature set, decent ANC, good sound, ecosystem perks all at that $60, $70, even $50 price point.
Yeah.
Are the Galaxy Buds FE kind of redefining what budget TWS means? Or do the limitations we found, the finicky controls, the mixed battery reports, maybe iffy durability for some, and especially that big wall for iPhone users, just prove the old rule?
Yeah.
That saving money always involves compromise, no matter how good the deal looks on the surface.
That's the $1 million or maybe $70 question for every listener, isn't it? Really depends on your specific needs and tolerance for those potential compromises.
Exactly. It's something for you to weigh up.
Well, that brings us to the end of this deep dive. Thanks for digging into the details with us.
And thank you all for joining us here on Tech Talk Central.
If you want to check out the latest prices or find deals on the Galaxy Buds FE, be sure to look at the links down in the description below.
Yeah, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty more deep dives coming up on the tech that actually matters to you.